Hi, this is Jeremy with Done Right Services. And today we're in Somerville, Mass, working on this 1890s Fieldstone foundation. So yesterday we came in and pressure washed the entire foundation. As you can see, when you pressure wash a foundation, it actually cleans the 100 or so years of grime and buildup and repairs and patches, and gets rid of a lot of the old mortar that has been washed out and crumbled. And so now what you're left with is a bunch of holes everywhere. So as you pan around, you can see we've already started over here with all the repointing and repairs to the foundation. And what you notice is that there's no holes or joints. Everything's packed pretty solid. And as we look right here, you'll notice the different color in the mortar. It's actually a high strength concrete. And the problem with this corner is that it was actually about to fall over. So we came in, carefully cleaned out all the old mortar, and we proceeded to apply this high strength concrete that cures kind of like a hydraulic cement, but it's actually 3 times stronger than traditional hydraulic cement and concrete, allowing us to stabilize that corner, preventing it from collapsing down. So as you can see over here, there's more foundation, lots of holes and joints everywhere. A lot of times homeowners will think that when they have water in their Fieldstone foundation, that it's a good idea to start digging from the outside. But that's actually not the best idea, because if you actually, it's hard to tell, but when these Fieldstone foundations are built, there's actually no mortar within the foundation itself. There's no mortar on the outside below grade of this foundation. All the mortar that holds this foundation together is right here inside the basement. So as that starts to deteriorate, and you start getting these little holes and water seeping, the only way to properly repair, to stop that water from coming in, is to repair it from the inside. As you can see, we got all underneath those stairs. We've actually had some homeowners contact us because they decided that they were going to do the digging themselves and realized that there was a lot more holes and a much bigger job than they actually thought it was going to be, and causing more damage to the foundation. So it's a good idea to leave that soil that's packed tight to the foundation, to leave it in place. As you can see, the back wall here is actually in really good shape. We pressure washed this, not much came out, so that's good. When we're pressure washing the foundation, you'll notice that we have the washer and dryer here, and the water heaters and the heating systems. We'll actually wrap this whole area with a 6mm plastic to protect all this from getting wet. Same thing with if you had an electrical panel, something like that. We'd wrap everything up. But so that's what we're doing today. It's getting the rest of this foundation repointed. So then tomorrow we'll come in and we'll start sealing this foundation. So now that all the repointing has been complete, as you can see, we went around this entire basement, repointing every single joint. So today what we're going to do is start the waterproof coating process. And what that entails is applying a cement-based white waterproof coating to the foundation. Today we'll get the first coat on, let that dry, and come back tomorrow and apply the second coat. throughout the entire foundation. As you can see, we go all the way to the top, all the way down to the bottom, filling everything. As you can see now, we've completed sealing this foundation. What we do is, once the repointing is complete, we'll apply 2 coats of a cement-based waterproof coating. Now, I've seen on the internet other masonry contractors or basement waterproofing guys talking about you never want to paint your foundation, your Fieldstone foundation, which is correct. This isn't paint. This is a cement-based coating. A lot of homeowners will either hire painting companies or unskilled masons that would come in and just spray these walls down. And then after a year or two, you'll notice that the blistering and the flaking and the efflorescence is going to start coming through. But with this type of coating, that's not going to happen. And by chance, if it does, this system is covered under a 30-year warranty. So it's covered by any type of blistering, painting, flaking off, water seeping in through the basement. It's all covered. No additional cost to the homeowner. What's most important is that this basement is now going to be a lot drier. Most homeowners, once we're done sealing a basement of their Fieldstone foundation, they notice the smell is a lot different because we've pressure washed all the mold and mildew off of the foundation and then sealed the foundation to prevent any future mold growth due to moisture in the basement. On average, 40% of the air that you breathe does come from the basement. So for those who have Fieldstone foundations and allergies, upper respiratory infections, sinus infections, it could potentially stem from what you're breathing that's coming from the basement. This foundation is not only going to be drier, it's going to protect your family also from radon gases. It's more structurally stable. Bright white, clean finish. Most importantly, it's going to be dry. For homeowners that are looking to buy a house with a Fieldstone foundation, it's really important to get a second opinion regarding your Fieldstone foundation, because what your home inspector may think of is just a few $1,000s in repointing, and you take his advice on it and you buy the house, and you soon realize that the cost is going to be a lot more than you initially thought, which would have changed, if possible, your purchasing idea on the home. A lot of times too, people will buy a house with a Fieldstone foundation just to flip it, to convert it into a condo, or just to flip it to make a profit. And they'll come down into these Fieldstones and again, just apply products like DRYLOK or masonry paint, which when then a potential buyer comes in, it looks good, but after a year or two, it starts to deteriorate, it starts to flake off. And these are all concerns for potential buyers that you don't want to have to deal with. So having a second opinion, having a professional come in and really assess what's going on with your foundation to get a really good idea of the costs associated with it is going to save you a lot of heartache. And if you look around, you can see there's no holes, there's no joints. Everything's been completely sealed. Basically what we're doing is preserving the history of this home. This is going to allow it to last another 150, 200 years. And like I said before, our warranty for this type of service is covered, it's 30 years. which this foundation is going to last a lot longer. If you'd like more information on our services, or if you'd like to schedule for an inspection, you can check us out at www.stonefoundationrepair.com or give me a call at 978-808-7873. As always, thanks for watching.